And this is the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show on a night where the Rangers answered the bell and answered the call and kept Columbus in their cannon quiet. A near-perfect game to reclaim an Eastern Conference playoff position with the 4-0 win. Rangers now have 72 points, 2 more than the Blue Jackets, who fall below the cut line. Rangers within 3 of the Ottawa Senators for the first wildcard spot. Ottawa still playing against Toronto. We'll keep you posted as we go. And don't look now, Rangers within 6 of the Devils, who are currently in 3rd in the Metro. Hi, everyone. Inside our Delta MSG studios alongside Steve Valiquette, I'm John Giannone. Quite a night for the Rangers on what they even called a massive game, the most important game of the year for them. Boy, did they come up big. Near perfect is how I described it, and I think that's what 4-0 would be when the other team has only 21 shots on goal.
Yeah, look, I think all the credit to what we would consider a team shutout. That's not just a shutout by the goalie. That was a team effort. The Rangers forced giveaways from Columbus. They hit them. They had blocked shots. They were everywhere on the ice. They were hard to play against. This is a New York Ranger team that we all expect to see. This was a team game in a big moment. Igor, I thought his night had a few bright spots in the first period when things were a little dicey. The Columbus, they did carry some momentum. There was the cross-crease save here on Olivier. He had a really nice big glove save right here on Werenski, coming across the middle of the ice and making him move, and a one-timer right here. That was the first period. Now, in the second period, I didn't see a lot except for a Voronkov breakaway that hit the post. And then you get into the third period, late moments, a few saves that he had to make. But once again, the Rangers kept the play on one side of the ice. And I can't stress this enough. When you're playing defense, and I mean team defense, that allows your best player to play at his highest level, being Igor, the play stays on one side of the ice. If the play stays on one side of the ice, he only has to cover half of a net. He doesn't physically have to open up his legs. It doesn't become a technical exercise. His big saves will show up, but you're allowing him to be his best version of himself. And to me, as a team defense, 60 minutes, it's been a long time since we've seen that against a bigger opponent in a big game. I'm not talking about Nashville at home or the Islanders at home. I'm talking, this was expectations. This was a big game, and Igor stepped up, but I love the team.
5th shutout of the season, 20th of Igor Shesterkin's career. And as it turned out, he only needed the goal that was scored at 1:43 of the first period. It was scored by Alexis Lafreniere, his first goal in 15 games. Steve's going to take you inside the film room powered by CDW, show you how the Rangers got on the board as early as they did.
Look, I know this is a part of the scouting report before this game. You've got to put pressure on Columbus's D, but more importantly, on their goalie. And when you put the puck into the corner, it goes into a place that it almost becomes a decision, a 50-50 decision for the goalie. Do I go and get into that dangerous ice that's outside of the trapezoid and potentially get penalized for it, or do I stay? And this decision, it really hinges on a goalie's ability to play the puck. I thought the Rangers did a great job of being able to communicate on top of having that speed. Zibanejad said so. Lafreniere calls for that. Zibanejad can't see him, but he can hear him. He knows his voice, and he just throws it blind to the middle of the ice. It's a well-executed play, but the guys got on their horse, too. And a lot of the forecheck in this game was very noticeable for me.
A lot of what happened tonight will be memorable and important for the Rangers. Among that, Adam Fox returning after an 8-game absence over 18 days. Let's hear from Adam Fox, beginning the post-game reaction with Dave Maloney in Columbus.
Well, Adam, missed 8, back in the lineup. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought it was a great team effort. Obviously we didn't like the way we played last time against these guys, and 2 points against this team is worth a little more than other 2 points. So great response by the group, and definitely felt good to be back with them.
And again, I thought it was a pretty impressive third period. You're up 2 on the road, a tense game, but boy, you seem to buckle down your own end.
Yeah, definitely. I think we had that good balance of defending hard but not being on our heels. I think sometimes we got the lead in the third throughout the year and just kind of on our heels, waiting for them to get one. But it was a great defensive effort there, and obviously capitalized on some chances and some good neutral zone, and also got some saves when we needed them.
How'd you feel in your first game back?
Good. When you miss a couple games and come back with an injury, you try not to be a little tentative, and you want to get that awareness out there. I mean, I play kind of an instinctive game, so you're trying to get that a little bit back. But I thought as the game went on, felt a little better, and just tried to keep it as simple as possible. And these guys have been playing so hard for before I got hurt and while I was hurt, so just tried to come back and contribute in any way I could.
Did you take a hit or two and feel good?
Yeah, I think a couple times, like I said, you take bumps when you're out, but it's not the same as someone on the other team really trying to hit you. But yeah, it felt great. I think once you get a few in you, then you get that comfort level back. But felt pretty good, physically out there.
Very interesting to hear Adam Fox mention almost immediately in his interview with Dave last game. You wonder how much motivation was inside that room tonight.
A lot. I'm almost kicking myself for not saying it off the top because I have it written down here, and I know it's always something you're talking about in the room. And you know what? Columbus did kick the Rangers in the teeth last Sunday. That was a beating. It was an embarrassing game for the Rangers, and players take that personally. There was 13 high-danger chances in that game Sunday at Madison Square Garden. I bet there was 3 in this one. Mm-hmm. And a winning team, a Stanley Cup winning team, typically gives up 4, 5, 6 max. So 13 in your own building, that would send a message to the players that they would certainly not forget less than a week from when it happened. So this was a big game, and performance-wise, you talk about the players getting up to expectations. Whether it's real or imagined or manufactured, you're always looking for a motivator, and I think they definitely rallied over what happened last Sunday.
Yeah, and we know that the Rangers have had issues in the first minute or 2 or 5 or 10 minutes of a game throughout the season, but tonight the Rangers controlled the first couple minutes by scoring within the first 2 on their first shot on goal. It came from Alexis Lafreniere inside the Ranger dressing room. His reaction to the win with Dave Maloney.
It was good, really good. Like I said, I didn't have much to do on it. It was pretty good forecheck by Mika, and he made a really good play, so it feels good.
Yeah. How do you feel you fit in on that line with JT and Mika so far? I know it's only been a couple games.
Yeah, it's only been 2 games, so still trying to kind of build a little bit of chemistry, but I think they're 2 really good players, so they're pretty easy to play with, and they play well. They're 2 really, they play really fast, so it's just trying to adjust to them and trying to help them as much as I can.
Pretty impressive third period, Alex. When you got a 2-goal lead on the road, it's a tough team. Your thoughts on the third?
It was really good. We just didn't really give up anything, and we got pucks out, pucks in, and we forechecked when we had to. We kind of sit back and wait for them when we had to. So it was a really, really good period.
Yeah, again, it's just that confidence, right? Just to play hard and do the right things in your own end.
Yeah, we're up 2 going into third. You don't want to sit back, but you also want to be careful and make the right plays. So that's all we really wanted to do.
Good.
Yeah, a couple of buzzwords from both Fox and Lafreniere about the way tonight went. Good balance, said Fox. Pucks in and out easily. A simple game from Lafreniere, and there at the end where he said, be careful with the lead in the third period. When you consider the way they approached tonight against this team that seems to be scuffling now, 5 out of 6 losses since they got into that second wildcard spot, it really was just an ideal design and execution.
Well, that was all-out effort too, right? Like, I think the execution part of it, it's always possible when you're all in and you're focused on what you're doing, but the effort matches what you know you're supposed to be doing. And there have been times here over the past few months where the Rangers have freelanced. They've wanted to be their own player, their own entity, their own brand even. And I think that when you boil it down and you play as a team, the execution shows up because of your self-interest is in line with the team interest, which is doing it together. And I think that Miller's very good for Lafreniere. And I think that those guys now, they're skating and playing with pace. It's been good for Zibanejad. But that's why it's not every day that you can get a centerman that's an alpha dog mid-season and be able to bring him to your team.
And that's a guy who needed an alpha dog, so Alexis Lafreniere cashes in. Rangers win the 2nd straight on the road against a playoff team. Lafreniere a goal and an assist, Panarin a goal and an assist, part of a 4-0 win.